Hello, my name is Eli Harrington. I am co-founder of Heady Vermont, and this Vermont Cannabis Political Insider Update is brought to you by Heady Vermont. We spend time in Montpelier and a lot of energy collecting this information and bringing the most important news about CBD and hemp, tax and regulate medical marijuana to you. So we ask you to please become a member, become a business partner, support our work in Montpelier today, and stay tuned for updates every single week, the details from Montpelier. Thank you. Last week in hemp and CBD, we had more of the Vermont rules-making process, talking about how testing is going to work, what product labeling requirements are going to be. There will be public comment. We are not there yet. There is also hemp legislation on the way. This week, we are going to hear testimony from an entrepreneur named David Muller who wants to transform the Windsor prison into a processing facility. So, a little bit more testimony in the House, a bill in the Senate coming up, but the big news that is rocking our world is coming from Maine, where the Department of Health and Human Services is stopping the public sales of CBD products in food and beverages, citing concerns over the FDA. So right now, the biggest question and concern with hemp is what's happening at the federal level. That's going to guide state policy and could guide the ability of Vermont producers to sell across state lines. So, biggest action item for CBD and hemp, talk to our congressional delegation. Senators Leahy and Sanders, tell them that the senators from Oregon have a bill and are reaching out to the FDA right now on behalf of their hemp industry. When it comes to medical marijuana this week, we do not have a bill yet. We will have that coming up next week. So, last week, we had testimony from the medical marijuana dispensaries, the Vermont Cannabis Trade Association. We got a little bit of an idea of what they want to see happen in medical. Now, they would have priority status for tax and regulate, but with medical, they really want to see the program open up more and have expressed they are open to medical cultivator licenses. So, stay tuned because we will have a medical specific bill in the future, but for now, if you're a patient, if you're a caregiver, you can get involved, reach out to your senator, your representative, encourage them to help continue to open up this program. We need more patients, not less, and right now the program is dropping, not growing as it should be. Speaking of tax and regulate and growing, no, we do not know how much licenses cost yet or how big they are going to be, but this past week we had a lot of testimony. I mentioned the dispensaries, the Attorney General got a lot of news, talking about roadside safety and saliva testing as a separate issue. So saliva testing is something that the House has passed as a different bill previously and probably will again. The Attorney General saying it's not necessary for him to support tax and regulate. That's a big deal moving forward. This week, we've got the final tax and regulate testimony in the Senate Judiciary Committee. They're going to be talking about what's happening on the commission and who would be on this commission. That's a really big deal because that commission is going to oversee tax and regulate and medical marijuana together. No more public safety for medical, everything in one place. So they're going to be talking about that commission. They're also going to be doing their final markup. So by the end of the day on Thursday, we're going to have a better sense of what this bill is going to look like as it moves to the Senate floor and then to the House. What the House is going to do with it from there remains to be seen, but probably no action for at least 2 weeks. We're looking right now for where is it going to start, in which committees, how many details will they get into, and how much will things like roadside safety possibly hold it up. So, stay tuned. We are tracking this. The Speaker has made a lot of comments, and you can see some of these in the newsletter. We had a live stream. VT Digger did a great presentation. So, in the House, if you are concerned about tax and regulate, you need to talk to your House Representatives member. You need to take it to the House. That is where all the action is going to be in paying attention to moving this forward in the next few weeks, if there's any shot at getting this done. Events to pay attention to. Tuesday morning, VT Digger has a live presentation. We will be streaming it. Make sure you're watching our Facebook page. That's from 8 to 9 o'clock. I'll be there early so you don't have to be. Friday is the Industrial Hemp Conference here in Burlington. It's sold out. No, I can't help get you tickets. I'm sorry. We are sponsoring. We'll be there. I'll see if we can live stream it, but we'll definitely be reporting. And action items, again, to take away. Cannabis in the Capitol, February 13th. Details on headyvermont.com. Check them out there. Stay tuned for next week. Become a member, become a business partner, share this with somebody else. We will see you soon.